22 years old.
I'm 22.
I'm 22.
25.
26.
27.
27.
30 years old.
30.
38 years old.
I had a birthday yesterday. I turned 41.
47.
57.
I'm 59.
And I am none of your business how old I am. Let's just say I tattooed Moses. How about that? I'm originally from South Africa, Cape Town, and England. I live now currently in Santa Barbara, California, and I have lived in many countries, including Japan, Amsterdam.
I live here in Denver, but I've lived up in the mountains for most of my life.
I'm from Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Right here, Denver, Colorado.
I'm from Denver, Colorado. I am from Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Denver, Colorado.
Little east of Seattle.
I'm from Pongo Pongo, American Samoa.
Pongo Pongo, American Samoa also.
London, South Africa.
I'm from Modesto, California.
I'm originally from Rockport, Texas.
Dunkirk, New York.
I'm from Tonawanda, New York.
Philadelphia.
Columbus, Ohio.
France, around the world.
I have 14 tattoos right now.
I have both my wrists done.
About 8.
More than I can count.
I have my sleeve, and I've got Bluebird.
I just have one.
I have a star on my knuckle, promise written on my pinky.
I have a full back piece of a great blue heron.
15 now.
Got them all over my body. I've got over 80 hours worth of work.
A Latin phrase on my left shoulder, a butterfly on my right shoulder.
I don't know a number. I know it's somewhere within 80 hours, maybe a little more.
I don't know how many hours exactly, but it took 10 days at about 3 to 8 hours a day.
I have butterflies over here and a rose here, which is a cover-up.
Kind of lost count of that one.
And then Japanese kanji going down the spine of my back.
And my dragon.
Got them in my lip, down my legs, covered my back, everywhere.
Also a sketch by one of my favorite artists, Audrey Kawasaki, on my right thigh. And now I have the lion on my back.
I have 75% of my body tattooed.
About 130 hours so far.
So, still not done yet, Mom and Dad, sorry. The first tattoo I got was on my left wrist, and I got that when I was a sophomore in college.
I was 16.
I was 17.
40.
I was 17 years old for my first one.
I think I was about 7th grade, I think it was my first tat.
I was 27. My dad died, and I got a tattoo the day he died.
I was 15 years old.
I was 18 and
13. I was 21.
I was 18. I'm a pastor's kid, so I wasn't really allowed to get tattoos till I turned 18 and out of the house.
So about 15.
I was 17 years old.
I was 30 years old.
12.
My favorite tattoo is the one on my back. It's angel wings and it has fallen written across it. Took about 24 hours to do.
My favorite tattoo is my sleeve.
My favorite has to be my Betty Boop that I just got because I got it the very night my mom passed away.
It's a Klingon trifoil.
My finger.
My favorite tattoo is one I have on my son's hand when he was 1 year old.
My favorite tattoo is probably my flowers on my arm because they're just bright, and I've got a flower for each person in my family. It's their favorite flower.
It's a hard question. I'd have to say this rose.
If I had to pick a favorite, it would definitely be the one on my ribs by Horiyoshi 3.
The most painful parts of the only tattoo I have is when my artist hit both of my collarbones, the inside of my thighs, across my buttocks, and the outside of my thighs.
I want to say the ones on my stomach are probably the most painful. I don't know why, but they really hurt. So
Right in between the ribs and the hip
that space.
The most painful for me is on my back piece. I have a black moor. It's right on my spine. And when they were doing it, it felt like it was coming through the front. So that was uncomfortable.
Probably my ankle, right on the bone. That one really hurt.
I got one on my back, across the top of my back. That was pretty painful.
My most painful tattoo was the hand-tapped one. And right back here. Like right where that armpit area is.
I got my knee done, my toes done, everything like that. I hate getting tattoos that hurt. I hate getting tattooed, period.
Tie between chest and ribs, for sure.
My Guinness Book of World Record tattoo.
I think everything in the knee, it was all painful. I mean, but I think the most painful for me was the knee area. Everything from the waist up and the knee area.
Oh, my foot. My foot killed. The foot was so painful.
Oh, here. It sucks. That's horrible.
The most painful part was my knees, maybe because it was the bones.
And I keep going, and I just hate getting tattooed every single time I get tattooed. I hate it.
Oh, I get it every day. Like, I've been turned away for jobs.
I've been refused jobs because of my tattoos.
I find that in my professional life, it's sometimes and often wise to be able to cover up, but I do tell all my clients and show them what I have. So there's a bit of honesty that has to be shown.
I can't wear like a tank top or something that shows my tattoos in a restaurant because you always get the family type people.
I mean, they think, I'm getting a tattoo, this is cool. Like, people out in public do not take you the same way as they would someone who might be able to cover them up. Like, people don't take you the same way. They don't look at you the same way. And I don't think they stress that on those shows. They just show, oh, people are getting them, like, this is fun, this is cool. But they don't show, like, the reality, like, what it's like to live like this. Like, they don't show that.
All of mine can be hidden by, I have short sleeves and short pants. Anything can be hidden by normal streetwear, which I think is appropriate.
Like if I go to a grocery store and I have like a sweatshirt on and they're all covered up, old people look at me like I'm an angel, but then as soon as I take off my sweatshirt, they think I'm like the devil or something.
It changes you. People do not look at you the same way.
Can't go to certain parts of town without people giving you dirty looks.
But yes, people judge all the time. Folks are highly judgmental about almost anything that shows, especially on your hands, neck, face.
Especially the mothers that look at you with really bad looks because they don't want their kids to see people in tattoos. They think it's inappropriate.
I think older people judge me because of my tattoos. It's mainly older people.
Constantly staring.
I have a lot of people come up to me and physically say things to me.
There was a time that, I'd go to restaurants and people wouldn't serve me having tattoos and having long hair and, being me, they wouldn't deal with me.
People will say mean things to you. They do not care. People are very rude.
In the Samoan culture, in my culture where I'm from, when people see it, it's kind of, you feel proud that you have it, and people acknowledge you like, oh, that motherfucker got his pet, you know what I mean? He's the shit,
Even yesterday when I got my Bluebird, when I stopped in where I work, I had people come up and go, oh my God, what did you do now?
Or, you go places and with the school, you're going to take your kids to school. I have 3 kids, and you'd see the parents looking at me like I'm some sort of freak show that shouldn't probably have kids,
I used to walk through Hollywood back in the 80s, late 80s or something, and, down Melrose or something, and I'm going to be walking down the street towards it, they'll cross the road.
I'll be in stores and people be like, just stare at me and, they'll make snide remarks and stuff like that. So
I have family members that are law enforcement, and they really take a dim view. They don't like it, think it's bad, gives the wrong impression. So.
I used to get on an airplane, and everybody would like sit next to it, be like this, and then as soon as the bell went ding, the motherfuckers are up and trying to get to another often chair away from you. Then you'd have like 3, chairs to lie on.
People judge you, and if people know, especially back home, when they know you're set to a different standard, you have to make sure you don't say silly things. You everywhere you go, you have to carry, because you're not just carrying yourself now, you're carrying your family and your family name.
I've been in the grocery store and like like little kids, they don't know yet to judge. So of course, you know, they think it's cool. They want to look. I've had people say, you know, that's what a drug addict looks like.
Here and there, not really so much, but I definitely feel like I have before.
Absolutely. And the people that judge me for my tattoos are the people that I wouldn't want to hang around with anyway, so I'm good with that.
The whole touching, that's really annoying when people want to scratch and sniff my strawberries.
Go to the bars, people constantly want to touch your tattoos. Can I see that? No, here. Let me touch it first.
Has evolved out a little bit, you know, where people have, in a weird way, I tattoo a lot of the parents from the school where I take my youngest son now.
Everybody's got a tattoo.
It kind of is steering away from any bad stigma that has been around.
Now all these sons of will like come to me and sit next to me and ask me who did my ink.
And, you know, being on TV and being in the news and that sort of stuff, it's become something that they recognize is not evil and, you know, degenerates and that sort of stuff. It's changed for sure, so.
To not have a tattoo, it makes you more unique than me, you know, nowadays, because everybody you meet has them.
As common as tattoos are today, heavily tattooed people are still ostracized.
I mean, you can think whatever the hell you want about me because, you know, as far as I'm concerned, you know, get over it.